today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Bailey Zappi and the New England Patriots versus Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Rudolph dancing to his left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. He'll buy some time right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
Harris running straight ahead. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
This is caught. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations, but there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And he's a young man who's always believed in his talents. Didn't have many offers out of high school, ended up at Houston Baptist and put up monster numbers. And he did it again. Set NCAA records for passing touchdowns and passing yards in a single season. Now the big jump to the NFL. This guy's like a very skilled point guard. Knows how to deal and put the ball in the proper place with every throw.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Zappe's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Zappe's throw taken in by Bourne. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Zappe on third down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now Rudolph on first down. They'll roll him out right. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
From the end zone, Rudolph eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Rudolph. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They marched to the end zone the last time out.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Anthony Jennings providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now on 4th down, Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And it's going to be a short field to work with down at the 45-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. First and 10, Zappi under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Zappi off play action. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Alex Highsmith. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
A tough spot here after that sack. Zappi and the Pats now face a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here comes a 1st down throw from Rudolph. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Rudolph now to throw. Out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rudolph looking to throw it. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Matt Judon able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Zappi from the gun. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Zappi back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. Now Austin. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, 75 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this is secured by the Patriots. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Zappi's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Now Zappi. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Zappi. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. Zappi. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Zappi looks to throw it. That is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Juju Smith-Schuster. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 13-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On first down, here's Zappi. Hunter Henry brings it in. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Zappi now on 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
That helped get his guys this halftime lead.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. And he used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Zappi looking to throw it on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for New England. 41 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
To their big tight end. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Zappi. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Flush to his right. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Rudolph. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
Pass interference.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact. and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. Play action, it's Rudolph. Under pressure, they got him again. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. This is a 26-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And Zappi to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Zappi to throw on 1st down. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Zappi. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead at Stevenson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph rolling to his right. Kyle Duggar in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Rudolph off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. They'll throw again with Zappi.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they take advantage of what looked like an unsure defense. They wind up getting 8 on 4th and 3.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And down inside the 15 he goes. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So now the Steelers down by a field goal. 1:53 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Throwing here, Rudolph. Buying time to his left. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Elliott will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And they take a knee. Charles, we were treated to